Hey everyone, stepping into the role of a Scrum Master is like stepping onto a ship as its navigator. Exciting, challenging, and brimming with possibilities. Welcome to this video on Beginner's Guide and 90-Day Plan for Scrum Masters, where we'll chat a course to success. Think of this as your treasure map to mastering the art of collaboration, agility, and servant leadership. Ready to embark on this adventure? Let's set sail. But before we dive into the action, let's start with the basics. Who exactly is a Scrum Master? A Scrum Master isn't your traditional manager. No bossy directives or micromanaging here. Instead, think of them as the ultimate team enabler. They guide, protect, coach, and inspire. Imagine being a conductor in an orchestra, not playing the instruments, but ensuring everyone harmonizes beautifully. From facilitating Scrum events to removing roadblocks, the Scrum Master is the team's servant leader and ultimate cheerleader. Pretty cool, right? Now that we know who you'll be, let's talk about the world you'll navigate, the Scrum framework. Before you grab the Scrum Master baton, you've got to know the rules of the game. Scrum Master is all about simplicity and structure. It's built on 3 roles: the product owner, development team, and the Scrum Master. It has few events like the daily scrums, retrospectives, and planning sessions. And there are these artifacts, the backlog and increment. At its heart, there are 5 values: focus, courage, openness, commitment, and respect. Learn these, live these, and you're golden. Speaking of values, one of the most important is trust. Let's see how you can build that with your team. Trust is the glue that holds a team together. And as a Scrum Master, you're the one mixing that glue. Start with the one-to-ones, simple chats to understand your team's challenges and strengths. Then observe team dynamics like a sociologist at work. Are they collaborating well? Where can you help them smooth the way? And then dive into understanding each team member's role and expertise. Remember, trust takes time, but the payoff is worthy every ounce of effort. Of course, teams don't operate in bubble. Let's zoom out and talk about the next group of allies, the stakeholders. Stakeholders are like the extended family. Important, opinionated, and sometimes tricky to manage. Your job, build those relationships early. Start with the product owner. Align on goals and priorities. Then create a stakeholder map to figure out who's who and how they influence your team. Finally, become a Scrum ambassador. Educate stakeholders on how Scrum works and their role in its success. Trust me, a little clarity goes a long way in reducing resistance and boosting collaboration. Now that we've laid the groundwork, we're ready to dive deeper into facilitating Scrum events and driving team success. The Daily Scrum, a quick 15-minute huddle that's more about alignment than status updates. Think of it as your team's morning coffee, where they sync up and tackle the day head on. As Scrum Master, you're here to keep things focused and brief. Encourage updates that connect to the sprint goal and make sure blockers don't derail the entire meeting. Remember, the key is energy, clarity, and collaboration, not a monotonous status report. Have a parking lot where discuss the points which are taking more time. With daily alignment in the bag, let's move on to start the sprint planning session. Sprint planning is where the magic starts. This is your team's chance to set a clear goal and create an action plan to achieve it. Your role, facilitate, not dictate. Help the product owner articulate a compelling sprint goal and guide the team in selecting and sizing work items from the backlog. Encourage them to break tasks into bite-sized pieces so they're achievable within the sprint. Keep it structured, collaborative, and realistic. This is about setting the stage for success. Once the team is in motion, your team will build toward the increment. But how do you wrap things up and improve for the future? Let's talk about sprint review and retrospective. At the end of every sprint, it's time for the team to show off their hard work in a sprint review. Picture it like a mini product demo for stakeholders. Engage them, get feedback, and refine the backlog. Then it's a reflection time with the sprint retrospective. Create a safer space for the team to discuss what worked, what didn't, and how to improve. Use frameworks like start, stop, continue to guide the discussion. Always end with actionable takeaways to keep your team on the path of continuous improvement. Improvements don't have to be big or overwhelming. Let's start with small increments which can lead to big wins. Big challenges can be intimidating, but small tweaks, these are the game changers. Start by evaluating the team's current progress. Use tools like Scrum Health Check. For example, are your stand-ups dragging? Let the team decide on adjustments to boost ownership and engagement. And remember, improvements should be iterative. Small, manageable steps that build momentum over time. No need to reinvent the wheel overnight. Now, speaking of keeping things rolling, let's talk about how to remove these pesky roadblocks that can slow the team down. As a Scrum Master, you're the team's first line of defense against impediments. These sneaky blockers that derail progress. Whether it's a technical issue, a process bottleneck, or external distractions, your job is to identify and eliminate them. Collaborate with team members and escalate when necessary, and streamline workflows to keep things moving. And don't forget to shield your team from unnecessary interruptions. Set clear boundaries with stakeholders so your team can focus on delivering value. With these foundational skills under your belt, you are ready to lead your team toward greater efficiency. Let's keep building your Scrum Master toolkit in the next section. Agile tools are your secret weapon for boosting efficiency and collaboration. Use Jira, Trello, or Azure DevOps to track tasks and progress. For communication, Slack and Microsoft Teams keep the teams connected. Miro or FundRetro are great for visualizing workflows and gathering retrospective insights. And don't forget to leverage built-in analytics for performance tracking. The goal? Choose tools that add value without overcomplicating things. Now that you have the tools, it's time to put them to work and keep improving on your team's process. Continuous improvement is the heartbeat of Scrum, and it starts with you. As a Scrum Master, your learning journey never ends. Shadow experienced peers, sharpen your facilitation skills, and stay curious by diving into Agile blogs or certifications. At the same time, nurture a culture of growth within your team. Induce fresh ideas, experiment with techniques, and create safe spaces for learning. And remember, improvement is not a one-time thing, it's a mindset. The more you grow, the more your team thrives. While growth is essential, so is steering clear of common pitfalls. Let's take a look at mistakes new Scrum Masters should avoid. Even the best intentions can lead to missteps. Here's what to watch out for. First, avoid micromanaging. It's opposite of Agile. Focus on empowering your team instead. Second, don't skip retrospectives or neglect action items. They're your biggest opportunities for improvement. Third, resist the urge to overload the team with meetings. Stick to Scrum essentials and only add what's truly valuable. And don't act as a bottleneck between the team and the stakeholders. Facilitate their interactions instead. It builds trust and transparency. Learn from these mistakes and you'll dodge unnecessary roadblocks. Now that we have talked about what not to do, let's get strategic. Here's your 90-day roadmap for success as a new Scrum Master. Let's break your first 90 days into 3 actionable phases. Day 1 to 30, the next 2 months, and the next 1 month. Observe and build relationships. Watch how your team operates, understand their workflows, and shadow Scrum ceremonies. This is your foundation. Start actively facilitating Scrum events and addressing impediments. Introduce basic metrics to measure progress and begin coaching the team on Agile principles. Optimize, implement small process improvements, lead retrospectives confidently, and empower the team to self-organize. Remember, flexibility is the key. Adapt this plan based on your team's needs and maturity. This roadmap will help you hit the ground running and build long-term success. And with that, you're ready to take on the world of Scrum. Let's wrap up with some words of encouragement for your journey ahead. Congratulations! You're stepping into one of the most rewarding roles in Agile. Remember, being a Scrum Master is a journey of constant learning, growth, and impact. You're not helping teams deliver software, you're creating an environment where innovation, collaboration, and trust flourish. There will be challenges, but each one is an opportunity to grow and more resilient. Believe in your abilities, trust your instincts, and keep fostering those Agile values. And that's a wrap up. Hope you're ready to dive deeper as you embark on this role. Thanks for watching and wish you best.